Everybody assumes that whenever you ascend to Chad status, everything about your life is just glorious. You know, everyone loves you, everyone worships you. It's the best life you could possibly imagine. But what if I told you that scientific research actually says otherwise? More attractive people typically are going to deal with loneliness a lot more than the average person. So today is very simple, man. I'm just going to break down why Chad specifically, more attractive men are out here struggling. They're feeling lonely. They're rope maxing, man. They struggle to find just basic happiness in this lifetime, and I'm going to tell you the basic reasons why. Without further ado, let's get it. My walking videos I've been uploading recently have been some of the most misunderstood content I think I've ever made. One of the primary purposes of this content is actually to show you pretty much how people respond to people who are taller and more attractive than the average person. This isn't arrogance, it's not narcissism, it's just kind of the facts. But what comes with this extra attraction is going to be that extra attention. Everyone is staring at you like you are a freaking animal in a zoo. You go anywhere, you want to get a cup of coffee, it's almost like they act like you're a celebrity, just eyeballing you, giving you all these weird, creepy looks. And one thing it leads to, for myself in the past and then many other Chads, is going to be anxiety. Now, whenever you have anxiety, more specifically social anxiety, you're not going to want to interact with people, man. You're out in public, every single person staring at you, they're giving you all these weird looks. A lot of people, myself included, naturally you're a little bit more introverted, you kind of shut down. You don't want to open up to as many people, you don't want to talk to people. If some weirdo tries to come up to you, start a conversation, you don't want to talk to this person who is just eyeballing you for 5 minutes straight. So that's the first reason, man. The anxiety can be killer as a Chad, just because you get too much attention. If you're actually a Chad, you're never ever going to struggle with finding a girl to actually go out with, to hook up with. But the thing I struggled with in the past, and many other Chads, is that you'll find tons and tons of girls who want to hook up with you, sleep with you, but that is going to be the extent of it. They don't want anything else, man. They don't want to have a deep talk. They don't want to sleep over. They don't want to build any sort of connection with you. Because most people make the assumption that whenever you are more attractive, you're more beautiful, that's it, man. You're just a pretty little package and there's nothing deeper inside of you. So a lot of people don't even make the attempt to try to connect with you, man. This is why you'll see a lot of girls, maybe like they're really attractive, but then they'll settle with just the average Joe. Maybe he's got some depth to him, but they're never going to assume that with the Chad. This is whenever you get more of the negative aspects of the halo effect. And now this in itself actually leads to trust issues. So many Chads out there, they struggle to trust people, and it's for this one reason, man. People want to take advantage of them. People want to use them. Girls will try to go out with you, I hate how this sounds, but literally just to hook up with you. They're just using you for some D. And I know a lot of you guys out there, you would love to be used for some D, but it kind of feels a little bit degrading. And a lot of people, let's say friends, for example, you can make friendships and they only want to be friends with you because you get an excess of girls on a night out. I've had friendships like this in the past. Or people just seem to want to get close to you just because of that, just because you're attractive. They don't care about anything else about you. They don't care about your feelings, your emotions. All they want to do is to be friends with the attractive guy. In this life, what creates a bond between people, more specifically male friendships, is having similar life experiences so that you have something to bond over. You know, like you go out on a night out, you guys get similar experiences with girls, you can talk about it. But the issue with the Chad is, man, most people are not going to be on your level. So you cannot talk about the same stories about going out and getting swarmed by girls compared to your normie friend who's not used to that. Because when you bring up stuff like this, he's going to naturally feel envious of this. And you're not even bragging. You're just talking about basic facts. And he thinks you're being an egotistical asshole, man. So it is so freaking difficult to actually find people on your level who can actually relate to your life experiences, man. If everyone around you, all the girls, the guys in your life, they can't relate to the type of attention that you get, people coming up to you without assuming negative things about you, man, it's going to definitely create strong feelings of loneliness. Every girl dreams of getting that Chad, Prince Charming in their life, and every single guy dreams to ascend to that, to be the guy like in the movies that everybody simps for. But here's the thing, man. It's like anything else. When you have something that other people want and they can't get it, so a guy who knows that becoming a Chad is out of reach, or a girl who knows that you are way out of her league, they're naturally going to create envy and be hostile to you. Now, this can come out in many different ways, man. I get hated on. For example, average people and unattractive people, they will always find different ways to hate you. If you work in a workplace environment, I've always talked about this. People are always going to try to find ways to mess with you, and it's overall just not very fun, and it kind of leads us back to that trust issue thing, man. You don't know who you can trust, and if anyone's not really on your level, you don't know where they're coming from, man. People will even sometimes try to warm up to you, get closer to you, just to drive a knife through your back. People are weird, people are manipulative, and you're really gonna see the worst of all humans whenever you're a certain point of handsomeness. I'm not gonna lie. If you're still wanting to become a Chad, obviously everyone knows the importance of height when it comes to attraction, getting everybody, getting this attention I've been talking about, and being a little bit taller is definitely going to help. Now, height growth is actually only 60 to 80% genetic, 20 to 40% environmental, meaning that you can control it. I'm looking right at you. Now, one of the primary reasons most people don't reach this optimal height growth is because nutrient deficiencies. 92% of Americans across all social classes are deficient in basic vitamins and minerals. This leads to IGF-1 human growth hormone production shutting down, closing those growth plates. So the best solution is going to be Titan Growth 2.0 on my website, kalosique.com, with just 500 to 1000% of all your daily required nutrients to make sure you don't have any nutrient deficiencies to grow as tall as possible. Don't forget to pick up Hypno Sleep. This is my sleeping supplement, which contains GABA, which boosts HGH by up to 400%. Melatonin and valerian root, all scientifically proven to boost HGH and help you fall asleep instantly. Don't forget to join Kalos VIP. This is my school of looks maxing with my 3-hour looks maxing masterclass, 2-hour high growth masterclass. Right now, I'm working on my female nature masterclass. So you got to join right now, man. Every 2 weeks, we do a VIP call with me and all my students. It is the best school for leveling up. I'm about to bump up the price, so you got to join right now, man. We just hit 100 members. Something a lot of you guys don't know about me is that I've actually heavily researched narcissism and all the traits behind it, everything. Now, if anything, it's more of a disease of just pure negativity, and it actually has rarely anything to do with attraction. But one of the most popular negative associations with the Chads is that they're narcissists, they're egotistical. The second someone's more attractive than you, everyone thinks this, man. And you know what this does? This causes people to naturally want to avoid you. Oh, I don't want to be around that guy. He's a narcissist. He's egotistical. He's blah, 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 blah. So, one reason it's going to be more difficult to make friends, you're going to be lonelier, is because people make these negative associations about you and they overall don't want to be around you. Or you can just feel the energy, feel the vibes, and this creates weird tension that shouldn't even be there. And by the way, I wasn't even going to include this, but another reason a lot of Chads are lonely out here, man, is even if you got homies, like you guys are bros, you think this guy's your really good friend, out of nowhere, there is weird sexual tension. It's like this guy who is supposed to be straight is sexually attracted to you, and it's mad sus, and you don't really want to be close to him, man. You feel like he's got ulterior motives, he's hiding something in the closet. Not a fun experience. As a Chad, many people are going to refuse to give you the respect that you rightfully deserve. They've actually done scientific research, and more attractive people are going to earn more money and overall have more successful lives. But this doesn't lead to more respect from your peers like you would actually expect. What it does create, though, is more so jealousy. You know, like they want to make up excuses. Oh, you only make that much money because your looks, because your genetics. Oh, you're just lucky. It all just comes so easy to you. And they fail to neglect all the hard work that they never saw. Everything behind the scenes of you freaking staying up till 4 or 5 a.m. crushing it, studying, whatever it is, man. They don't see that, man. They don't want to give you the respect that you deserve. And you don't want to be around people like this. Just the negativity, just the jealousy. It's no fun. You might be asking me, Austin, I feel like this. I feel kind of lonely. I am very attractive. It's hard for me to connect with people. What do I do? Well, the one and only solution is, as you level up, you become more successful, you become more handsome, you are looking like a Chad, you can only really be around people, I would say, in a ballpark of 1 SMV point. So let's say your SMV is a 9 out of 10. This means the lowest you can go SMV wise is going to be 8 out of 10. And by the way, don't hyper analyze everything, man. If someone's attractive, they're successful, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know if someone's in your ballpark. But if you're way out of their league, they're just doing very average things, you can't really be around these people, man. And most of all, I saw a comment about this yesterday, man. A Chad, he was downplaying himself. He said that to avoid all the negative attention, he would just make himself look less attractive. He would try to blend in more. No. Don't let people's insecurities mess with your life, man. I think if you're attractive, you're a Chad, you want to show it off, you want to peacock a little bit, go for it, man. Don't let people dictate how you live your life in the slightest bit. But that's it. Subscribe if you're new. Love you with all my heart. Peace.